The fire within. Imagine a man, he's just lost his job of 10 years. The company he helped build laid him off without warning. That evening, on his way home, a driver cuts him off and flips him the finger. His phone buzzes, a friend cancels their long-awaited meeting. And then it rains. What happens next will determine everything. Will he break down, curse the world, spiral into rage and despair? Or will he breathe, take in the sting, and respond with clarity? This is the core of Stoicism, a philosophy not about avoiding pain, but about transforming your reaction to it. Epictetus, once a slave who rose to become a teacher of emperors, famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In a world obsessed with changing the outside, Stoicism flips the mirror inward. This is a journey not of changing events, but changing the self. It is an act of reclaiming power, the fallacy of control. We are taught from childhood that we can shape our destiny. Study hard, work harder, follow the rules, and life will reward you. But then real life happens: illness, betrayal, recession, heartbreak. Suddenly the rules no longer apply. This is where most of us break. Because we've tied our identity to outcomes, to things we do not control. A man pours years into building a startup, and a single policy change kills it. A woman invests in a marriage, and her partner walks away. A student trains for a scholarship, and gets rejected due to politics. Each event is painful, but the Stoic understands the event is external. The interpretation is internal. What breaks us is not the loss, but our belief that the loss defines us. Control, a myth, at least the kind we're sold. The only real control is over our own mind, our judgments, our choices, our inner weather. We've built our lives like sand castles near the ocean, then cursed the tide for doing what tides do. The wise build further inland. From reaction to response, the gap between stimulus and response is where freedom lives. Most of us react without thinking. Someone insults us, and we snap. A post triggers us, and we rage. A delay frustrates us, and we complain. The Stoic trains not for passivity, but for pause. To insert a conscious breath between what happens and how we answer. This isn't detachment, it's discipline. Let's say someone yells at you unfairly. Instead of yelling back, you ask, "What would a wise person do here?" That pause, even to seconds, is the start of mastery. How to build it? Practice mindfulness. Notice your thoughts like a third person. Use journaling. Write down moments where you reacted badly. Reflect. Train with discomfort, cold showers, fasting, silence, to own your response. Read deeply. Immerse yourself in Stoic texts. Let their words echo in your daily choices. Reaction is animal. Response is human. Mastery is choice. The ancient voices. Marcus Aurelius ruled Rome during plague, war, and betrayal. Yet he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Seneca, exiled and nearly executed, wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Epictetus, crippled from slavery, taught, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit." These weren't armchair philosophers. They lived real, brutal lives. Their words were battle-tested. To them, pain was not the problem, panic was. Injustice wasn't the poison, resentment was. Death wasn't tragic, wasting life was. Their wisdom, spoken centuries ago, is sharper now than ever. Why? Because human nature hasn't changed, but the noise has multiplied. Their clarity is our antidote. Modern chaos, ancient clarity. Fast forward to today. The world bombards us with triggers, headlines, opinions, expectations. Every scroll, every tweet, every ping demands a reaction. We're trained to be reactors, to outrage, to compare, to overthink. The Stoic says, step back, observe, choose. Social media. Filter it. Online arguments. Leave them. Political drama. Analyze, but don't absorb. In an age of noise, silence is power. In a time of speed, stillness is rebellion. A modern Stoic isn't disconnected, they're discerning. They know that not every opinion deserves a response, not every event deserves energy. They walk through chaos like a monk in a riot, eyes calm, heart steady. You don't have to be a hermit to be stoic, you just have to stop letting the world rent space in your mind without paying attention. Reframe or remain. The power of reframing changes everything. Let's say you're fired. You can see it as rejection or redirection. You're dumped. Is it abandonment or freedom? The Stoic reframes loss as growth, pain as purification. Why? Because your beliefs shape your emotions. Seneca wrote, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity. For he is not permitted to prove himself. Everything is a frame. Change the frame, and the story changes. You are the narrator of your life. If you keep telling the same story of victimhood, the pain repeats. But if you rewrite it, not with lies, but with deeper truth, you step into authorship." Challenge. Take one event from your life, something hard, something unfair. Now write a version of that event that empowered you, that made you wiser, stronger. That's reframing. That's stoicism. Calm in the storm. A mind trained in stoicism is like a ship anchored deep. Waves come, storms hit, but the anchor holds. To build this anchor, meditate on death. Remember, your time is limited. Prepare for setbacks. Expect the unexpected. Practice gratitude. Even in pain, find one reason to say thank you. Set daily intentions. What kind of person will you be today? You are not your emotions. You are not your past. You are the observer of all things, and the author of your next move. Emotion is data, not direction. A Stoic doesn't ignore emotion. They interpret it, learn from it, and then act on virtue, not impulse. Becoming the stone. Picture a stone in a river. Water crashes, seasons change, time passes, but the stone remains. That's you, if you choose it. This doesn't mean suppressing feelings. It means mastering them. A Stoic doesn't run from sorrow. They sit with it, name it, then act with virtue, because at the end of the day, your job is not to control fate, but to meet it well. The world will be cruel, people will disappoint, plans will fail, but you stay grounded, you become the stone. Your power isn't loud, it's stable, it doesn't shout, it endures. Conclusion. Reaction is creation. Your reaction creates your reality. In every moment, you are choosing who you are becoming. You are not what happened to you. You are not what they said. You are not the mistake, the loss, the fear. You are your response, your courage, your next breath. So pause, reframe, respond, and remember, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it, that truly matters. Start now, not by fighting the storm, but by becoming still within it. That is where your strength lives.